Hello, welcome to Environmental Economics. This slideshow will present an important and fundamental concept, how material throughput is missing from the neoclassical model of the economy. This is a seriously flawed misconception of reality because it ends up assuming that the economy is like a perpetual motion machine. This is not just an academic exercise because it has led to an historical overemphasis on short-term growth as the primary economic policy instrument, while neglecting the long-run effects of pollution and shrinking natural resources. How can this be, you might ask? Well, let us begin. Neoclassical economists have taught that economic activity flows in a circular fashion between the two primary economic sectors, firms and consumers. First, consumers supply their labor to firms, who pay them wages and salaries. Next, consumers use their income to go out and buy goods and services produced by firms, which results in sales income to firms. This is the basic picture of the economy as it's been taught since economics began and is still taught today. But there's something seriously wrong with this picture. It lacks material throughput. Material throughput is how the economy affects the environment. First, by taking resources as inputs to firm production processes, and then producing waste and pollution as goods and services are produced and consumed. In fact, the circular flow model doesn't even have something called the environment. How realistic is that? We all know that we live within the environment. The circular flow model of the economy is taught like it exists in a separate closed system, having no impact on the outside world. It's almost as though the environment does not exist. But we certainly all know that the environment is being affected by resources coming in on one end and pollution exiting on the other. Moreover, neoclassical economists believe that the economy's circular flow can just continue indefinitely, since money never wears out, it just changes hands. So keeping the circular flow going at all costs, meaning to keep the economy growing, is seen as the primary policy goal. However, as resources shrink and pollution and waste increase, this is causing many to rethink the wisdom of keeping the circular flow going without considering the material throughput flowing through the economy. By not including the material throughput in their model of the economy's circular flow and believing this flow can continue forever is equivalent to saying the economy is like a perpetual motion machine. That is, you can get more energy out of the system than you put in. This violates the first law of thermodynamics and is physically impossible.